the fear of Batman more effective than Batman himself?
Definitely, yes.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, well, obviously, like the beginning of the movie, which was very well portrayed, he's one man at the end of the day. He can't be at 25 different locations, 2 alleyways, 3 banks, you know? So the idea that the Batman, it's at night and the signal is up, like he could be right in front of you.
You saw that at the beginning of the movie with the signal and like the guy who's like
He's like
just
looking up
robbed
and
a
he's
store
like,
and he's like
he's like freaking out.
And I love how like he has like the mask on. I love how he has the mask on, and he's like,
Like the bottle, he drops the bottle, it starts rolling. He's like,
give me all your cash.
But yeah, like definitely the fear of the Batman, because like you're afraid to see him, and the best way is like the best representation that movie was at the very beginning. So he gives that amazing monologue, which is like probably like the best part of, like one of the best scenes in that movie. And then when like you still haven't seen the Batman, and there's like the 8 thugs, they're like all like, yeah, bro, we're gonna kick some ass. And then you just hear like clanking boots, and you just see this gigantic man dressed in a bat fucking walk up to you, like this.
You know what the boots looked like? They looked like the fucking boots of the guy who's shoveling snow in Home Alone.
Oh my god, this guy.
I'm not at all.
What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking
What do
about?
you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
He didn't have his boots
Look here, man.
unbuttoned.
No, but I'm saying it looked like if there was those boots but buttoned.
Okay. Can I?
But like
No,
when
you can't.
when he
Okay,
walks and then they all look at him and they're like, "It's the freaking bat!" So I definitely think in that aspect, like the fear of the Batman itself is like the scariest thing. It's like you don't believe it. Like you're like, "Oh, it's not true that there's a guy in the bat," and then you see him and you're like, "That's him." Like he's even scarier than what you actually imagine. So
His armor
it's
was-
very,
his
very
ar-
powerful.
Yeah, his armor is very menacing in the movie. Like he's wearing metal.
Yeah.
He's not like proficient,
Not
'Cause-
yet.
but he'll get there eventually. But we were saying, Auden.
I guess the question is, no offense, but it's a bit flawed in the sense that like Batman himself is also fear.
No, but he said, "What's more?"
Wait, hold
No,
on.
but you know-
hold on.
What do you mean by that?
No, but it's
Auden,
because
think.
the question was is his fear
Is the fear
more
of
effective-
Batman
is
more
the fear
effective?
of Batman more effective than Batman himself? But
Yeah.
Batman himself is also fear. When he walks up to you, he
No,
No,
but like
he's-
Batman himself.
I know it is, but like I understand the question.
Then answer it.
That
Okay, wait, hold
taken
on.
into account, because when the fear of Batman is basically he's playing with the feeling of dread. So when you look at horror movies, what dread is your imagination basically kind of taking control. So like when you see like a dark alley or like a staircase going up into the darkness, sort of like your imagination kind of starts like playing with yourself with you. You
Yeah,
know?
that's like it's kind of like when you're a kid and like you close all the lights and you have to run upstairs because you're afraid that some monster is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Or when you're hiding like in your bed and like for some reason you think someone's in the room, so you just put the covers over you and you're like, nothing's gonna happen to me.
Okay, so like if you look at that, for example, so playing with dread, that is terrifying, and obviously that'll like make you hold back on what you're doing. But I feel like in any horror movie, for example, the scariest factor is when you're actually facing the creature. So it's like, yes, you're playing with dread, you have that fear in you, but then when you see it in front of you, that's when it's most effective.
Actually, that's I would disagree with that.
You
I would
think so?
disagree with that
Yeah.
too, because like
Like,
at the
he-
beginning when we were talking, it was like they kind of didn't believe that the Batman was real. They thought it was just horror stories, and then when they see him, they're actually even more scared. Like because the idea.
No,
of
but the
him,
the
Yeah,
idea.
but-
fear.
You're
You're-
just proving his
But
point.
you're proving my point. Exactly. no, but that's the
But
point I'm
like-
trying to make is when you're facing him.
What I'm saying is like usually you're not afraid of the dark because it's dark and it's scary, but you're afraid of what might be inside. So
Exactly.
it's like it's the end.
So imagine
you're not-
witnessing
fear is
what
not
you're.
fear is not like fear is not pain. It's the anticipation of pain. They're not
Okay.
afraid of the Batman.
Yeah.
They're afraid of like the idea that there's someone who looks. You have to look over their shoulders to think like, okay, maybe there's someone watching me who can actually stop me from doing my crimes. You get what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like
I get what you
Yeah.
mean.
So the strength that Batman has is not, it's not whether or not he's going to beat you up, because these goons have probably gotten beaten up their whole lives. It's the fact that there's someone there, the potential of someone to be able to stop you.
That's 7 feet tall and dresses like a fucking bat.
I understand, but the only reason why I still believe that his presence alone, like the Batman himself, is more effective than the fear factor, which is still effective, is because that fear factor, when he doesn't show himself after a while, fades away. So his presence and his actual punishment is more like, that really digs deeper, in my opinion.
I would argue that his presence is the dark.
What?
The night is his presence.
I am the night.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I am the night,
I am
right?
the night. But
so,
wait, doesn't he? I guess.
So when you hear "I am the night," you obviously ask yourself,
What do you mean by that?
and then what he means is essentially he doesn't have to be everywhere to cause fear, because he himself causes fear just by it being dark outside. Just by the
shadows.
Just by Gotham City can literally just put up the bat signal up in the sky,
and everyone
and
will
like
shit their pants.
and like 10 to 20% of the crime would just stop like that, because they say, "Oh fuck, Batman's out tonight."
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
So
we're talking about how like Batman kind of represents fear, and he's vengeance at the start of the movie, and that's sort of
he's
like
very
his whole,
vengeful. Exactly. He's vengeful that his parents are dead. Like, he's bitter. He's not happy with the world.
Yeah.
He wants to like punch everything.
Yeah.
Like break every wall because I'm not happy that my parents died.
Stop it.
Exactly.
Get some help.
Get some help, Batman. Don't beat people up.
people, when they see Batman,
oh shit! The fucking the wet bandit fucking face of Batman. Who would win? So how does Batman's role in play like a significant, like plays a significant like factor in Riddler's appearance? Because Riddler, in case you guys remember or forgot, just in case,
okay, go ahead.
He thought that he was on Batman's side and that they were working together.
That's true.
Yeah.
Why?
Good point.
Why do you think that's the case?
Because vengeance. Because he thought that he was vengeful, and no.
Yeah, no, you're right. But continue. Like, there's more to it than that, though.
Like,
It's not just vengeance, but like Batman was there to clean up the city,
Exactly.
and then Riddler's trying to clean up the city in his own way by killing all the corrupt cops.
Exactly.
So I guess my question from there would be like, do you think that Riddler's actions were justified?